Okay, so basic armbar that we're going to go from the guard, is everyone needs to know from the very beginning, is if I want to attack this arm, I'm going to come underneath his other arm and grab across, pulling the elbow to the hip. Same side foot goes on the arm I want to attack. So I come underneath, grabbing behind the tricep versus arm. If I grab arm to arm, he pulls his arm back and it's nothing. So I want to grab behind that tricep and control the wrist, and then I'm going to pull it to my far hip. So center line's okay, but if you get it to the far hip, you're going to have a lot better armbar. Foot goes on the hip. I don't want any gap. I want to squeeze my knee. I grab the far shoulder. Other leg goes high. It's going to give me a nice angle. If I can see in his ear, then my leg can come over. I do not want to cross my ankles because my knees tend to flare. So you want to pinch your knees together and try to pull your heel to your own butt. And from here, like even just his wrist close to my chest, he's going to be very close to tapping. I don't even need to lift my hips. If I'm lifting my hips, I'm actually breaking the arm. So again, I have his hands. I come underneath. I grab this tricep or behind the elbow. I pull to the far hip. I grab his shoulder. Whatever arm I'm attacking, that foot goes on the hip. My other leg goes high on his back. I step over, pinching my knees together, pulling my heels down. Gripping the wrist, and pulling to my chest. If I'm having issues with his turning his wrist, then I need his thumb towards the sky, gripping his wrist with two hands. So I transfer from his tricep to his wrist, pinching my knees. You can slightly lift your hips if they're very flexible and maybe it's not as tight. But if you're curling your heel down, you're going to have a very, very, very tight armbar. If I want him to fall over, I'm going to take my knees, and my knees go down towards the ground. Now it's very tight. If I get his hand even close to my body, he's going to tap. If it touched my body, I'm probably going to break his arm off. If I lift my hips, I can take his arm off and feed it to him. So at that point. So quick. My knees, I come underneath. I finish with my arm bar.